Hello and welcome to another Cloudasta tutorial. Today we are going to show you how to migrate your data from Amazon S3 to Google Cloud Storage using Storage Transfer Service. Google's Storage Transfer Service is a fantastic storage migration tool that requires absolutely zero coding. Some key features of the service are automated transfer to automate and schedule transfers across clouds, scalability to handle massive data transfers, incremental transfer to move only new or modified files, retry logic to automatically recover from errors, data validation to verify data integrity post-transfer, security that encrypts data in transit and at rest, and flexible scheduling that allows custom transfer schedules. Before we start clicking around, let's talk pricing. The great news here is that Google does not charge you to use the storage transfer service itself when migrating data into Google Cloud from an external provider like AWS. However, you still need to keep two things in mind. First, AWS will charge you their standard outbound data transfer fees, often called Egress fees, to move your data out of S3. Second, once your data lands in Google Cloud, standard cloud storage pricing applies for storing that data and the operations used to write it. Although pricing changes depending on tiers, you should look into the expected cost. For example, consider you are using AWS S3 standard and want to migrate 10 terabytes to the GCP equivalent, which is GCS standard storage. If you are keeping your AWS account active and just moving these 10 terabytes to GCP, you will pay standard data transfer out rates, totaling around $891. Once your data is in GCP, you'll pay the standard rate. Supposing you will have a single region bucket, your total monthly payment would be around $200. You can find the costs published by both AWS and Google Cloud directly online from official documentation to calculate yours. In this tutorial, we will run a migration of around 90 gigabytes, staying within the free limits. Let's start with the source of the migration, AWS, and cover the setup. First, you'll need the name of the S3 bucket you want to move. Second, the access. You need an AWS IAM user that has either read access only, if you just want to copy the files to GCP and don't want the migration tool to delete them after it finalizes, or read and delete access, if you plan on having the tool delete your AWS files after the transfer is complete. You'll need to generate an access key ID and a secret access key for that user. Here we show you how to generate them. Keep those handy. They are the keys to the castle for our transfer. Now we will cover the setup on GCP. First, just like in AWS, you need a user with enough access to run the migration. This user needs the storage admin in storage transfer admin role permissions. Second, you will need a specific bucket that will be used to copy the files. In this tutorial, we are going to create a brand new bucket from zero. We are leaving public access blocked and keeping the standard fine-grained security settings to ensure our data stays private and secure. Now for the fun part, go to the top search bar and type Storage Transfer Service. Click on Create Transfer Job. For our source, we're going to select Amazon S3, and the destination is Google Cloud Storage. Under Scheduling Mode, you'll see options for batch or event-driven. If you just want to move historical data or do a nightly sync, stick with batch, which allows you to run a job once or on a daily schedule. But if you have an application actively writing to AWS and you need near real-time synchronization to Google, you can select event-driven. This actually listens to Amazon's SQS queues and copies objects the second they are updated in S3. For this tutorial, we'll stick to batch. Click next to set up the source. First add the name of the source bucket, and then you'll paste in that access key ID and secret access key we talked about earlier. And here is a high-level architecture tip. The prefix filter is not just for leaving files behind. If you are migrating a massive S3 bucket with millions of tiny files, the transfer can sometimes get bottlenecked by query limits. To turbocharge your speed, you can split your migration into multiple parallel jobs using prefixes, like creating one job for folders A through M and another for N through Z. The service lets you run up to 200 of these jobs at the exact same time. Click Next. For the destination, hit Browse and select our newly created bucket. Now you can select when to run the job. We choose Run Once, and starting now. In the final settings menu, you can get as granular as you need. You can tell the system what to do if it finds a file with the same name, like overwriting it only if the new file is different. There's also an option to delete the files from your AWS source after they successfully transfer. As a best practice, leave that unchecked until you've fully verified the migration. Hit Create, and that's it. The job is now running. You can click right on the job ID to monitor the progress. It'll give you a real-time look at how much data has moved and if any files were skipped. Once this hits 100%, you're not quite done. It's a best practice to dive into the transfer logs and validate your data. You want to make sure no files took multiple attempts to copy or were missed entirely due to network hiccups. And depending on how you ran the migration, remember that if you didn't run it with the source file deletion option, you will have to go back into AWS and delete them on your end to stop paying for dual storage. Before we wrap up, I want to leave you with one final day 2 best practice. Now that your data is safely in Google Cloud, don't forget to visit your bucket settings and set up Object Lifecycle Management. You can easily create rules that automatically transition older, untouched files into cheaper storage classes, like Cold Line or Archive. It takes 2 minutes to set up and can save your organization a massive amount on your monthly bill. To showcase how all the data moved, here's how our original AWS bucket looked. And here's how our newly created GCP bucket looks now. Now, even with a seamless tool, issues can happen during or after a migration. You might run into common errors like permission denied if your IAM roles aren't set perfectly, failures because a single file exceeds the 5 terabyte object limit, or files getting skipped because they were modified at the source while the transfer was happening. If you hit roadblocks with massive complex environments, that is exactly when bringing in a Google Cloud partner like Cloudasta can guarantee everything works flawlessly. Migrating data doesn't have to be a nightmare. Using a dedicated data migration tool like the Storage Transfer Service saves you from writing custom scripts and babysitting network timeouts. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next tutorial.